and welcome back to Two Bears Trekking. Today, we are pulling back the curtain.
Da, 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 da.
As you all know, I've said I'm a veteran cruiser, been doing it for decades, but what does a cruise look like?
From a first-time perspective, what were the 5 shockers for me? And that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk a lot, but, you know, we're going to get some honest feedback from behind the curtain, as it were.
All right, so let's start off with number 5.
6. I know, I said 5.
You are such a troublemaker.
I am. Okay, you always tune in for additional tidbits and stuff, so we're going to do 6.
In the top 5 shockers.
In the top 5 shockers, number 6 is ports. Okay, I know that this cruise for us really wasn't about ports, but for me, I think a port is exotic and different and unusual. It just felt like a kind of a tourist trap. It felt like you drink on the cruise and then you get off and you drink at the port. It's just like
you shop on the ship and you
shop off the port on the port. I was unimpressed. I mean, shocker, yeah. It was like it wasn't what I expected at all. Yeah. Now, is this typical? I mean,
I think because it was a Caribbean cruise, I think it depends where you are going in the world. So, for example, if you did a river cruise, it might be a little bit different. If you did a European cruise where there's a lot more history, it might be a bit different.
But if I'm in the Caribbean, I expect kind of like Caribbean, just the feel. The only thing that I really felt unique was like they brightly colored their buildings, and that was about it. Okay.
All right, moving on.
Number 5. Number 5.
I feel like this is the no deck 13 thing.
Number 5, room size. The room. I was really impressed. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'll take the... look, it's like I have to rip it.
No. Oh, and the winner is... Oh.
I'm Crawford Allen. I'm a senior director. I work on wildlife for WWF. What I do is I try and make sure that...
Yes.
And that television will probably never go on again.
Never go on. Bye-bye TV. We have other things to do. I wonder if I can switch it. Switch it. I can't switch it. Okay. So yes, here we are. Yay! I was shocked, but in a positive way, on the size of the room. We had an interior room, and I always thought that they were these small, narrow, kind of claustrophobic kind of things, closets almost. This wasn't. It was really large. The bathroom was huge in my opinion. I enjoyed taking a shower. It was like, it bowed out. It was really nice. I enjoyed taking some respite and coming to the room. I really did.
That is one area where in recent decades, and I say in the last decade or two, they have put a little bit more effort into making the rooms a little bit larger, the standard staterooms, and the bathrooms especially, and those showers a little bit larger. You'll have to tell us your opinion after our next sailing, which is going to be on the Grandeur of the Seas, which is...
I will give you my opinion. Yes.
was built in 1996. So
yeah, that's a big change. So we'll see what goes on there. Okay, number 4, food selection. Now, if you tuned into our video with regards to food, you kind of got a hint. My thought for a first-time cruiser is you have these buffets that are huge. There's food everywhere. I mean, there's free food. You're walking down the corridor and they're handing out free food. It's food everywhere. Buffets all the time. I mean, you could always go and there's always food. It wasn't like that. It really wasn't. It was a negative for me. I was a little bit shocked on a negative way because it's like I expected, wow, and it was what? It really wasn't that impressive.
It is one of the things, if you are a newer cruiser and you've only cruised in the last decade or so, especially the last 5 years maybe, you never got to witness the grand midnight buffets or the large deck buffets, or just the extensive selection at the buffets. Like we said, check out that video. There's more repeat. I still feel there's a large quantity of food. Like, you're not going to starve, but the variety is less. And I think that is what shocked you. All right, before we move on, let me just say, if you're enjoying our content, like, subscribe, share. Check out our website at twobearstrekking, because we are expanding the content that is there, including you'll find menus from our latest cruise.
Absolutely. Check it out. Number 3.
Ooh, I can't wait. Like, the suspense is building.
The number 3, entertainment. As they say, that's entertainment. Okay, well, you know what? That's not entertainment, is what I'm going to say. Okay, I know I'm not going to a Broadway show, okay? But give me something. Give me something to talk about. Give me something to talk about. Okay, it's just, there was only one show out of the 4 shows that we saw. There was only one show that I was truly entertained by, liked, I was engaged with. It was fun. I talked about it afterwards. It was fun. Broken Strings. Okay, I loved the show. It was great. The rest of them, I wanted to go, what the flip am I watching? I mean, especially these blow-up dolls. I don't know, whatever they are. These blow-up things that people have over their bodies. They're running around the stage. I mean, I was like, what is that? It wasn't even Cirque du Soleil. It was like, Cirque you out to there, please, because it was weird. It was just flat out weird. I mean, I've directed theater. There are times that the personal, but I feel like I could have done a better job in some cases, because I don't know what they were thinking.
It is cruise ship entertainment.
That is cruise ship entertainment. That's not what I perceive as cruise ship entertainment.
Well, I will say, unless you're on Celebrity, NCL at one time, although I think they've suffered a bit in entertainment, I almost prefer the good old days. Maybe one of these days, I will sneak in a clip from my 1987 cruise on the Nordic Prince, and just some of the entertainment back then. And it was campy, but it was fun.
See, now that's something I would enjoy. I would enjoy a good camp show, okay? Just camp it up. Big feathers, all kinds of, nostalgic, chorus line kicking. I would have a great time with it. Why not? You just want to have fun on a cruise. I was going, what?
All right, let's keep this moving.
Moving on. Number 2, going up to
number 1.
Well, I don't know. Number 2, I was really shocked by, and you know why, and you probably know what it is. It's the service in the dining room. Really? I don't know if I could call it service at times. It was really bad. For dinner, there was really only one night that really stood out. The rest of them, I would have rather had room service and hid out in my room and eat food, because the service was just poor. It was poor. I expect, maybe my thought was, what is it? The Love Boat, where they're walking around and they're so helpful and everything's engaging and fun. And it was no Love Boat, that's for sure. It was like, what? I expected more and we got less.
I will say the service in the dining room on this particular sailing was in the bottom 10%, which is unfortunate. So your mileage can vary significantly and widely depending on who, what, when, why, how you're sailing. And
well, let's just hope that in my cruises coming up, that my mileage will definitely vary and be better. That's all I'm hoping for. And it doesn't have that far to go to get better. I'll just say that. Number one, you've all been waiting for it.
I hope this is a positive one.
It is actually a positive one. I really enjoyed a lot of the quiet spaces, the places to get away and just relax and enjoy just, maybe, a pastry or, a book, or just relax and watch people. There was lots of quiet spaces.
Where you could hide away.
Hideaway. Yes. I didn't like the pool deck even for like, what was it, the full moon party, it was okay. But for me, it was just, it was too loud. There was just too much going on. I enjoyed the adult pool. I enjoyed the hideaway. I enjoyed, there was even like places where we could go and eat or sit and have a beverage, and it was nice and quiet and relaxing.
It is what is nice about the modern day cruise ships, is that there are a lot more spaces where you can hide out.
Mm-hmm.
And it is one of the major improvements, much like the cabin sizes.
Mm-hmm. If I was a single cruiser and I just didn't want to deal with people and I wanted to just have a great time by myself, I know that I'd look at the right cruise ship. That's really important. But find the right cruise ship and just go enjoy yourself and just relax.
If you're a first-time cruiser, go ahead and drop a comment down below and tell us what shocked you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
because we want to hear it. We like to be shocked, as it were. So, as always, keep on trekking.